Right now it's 6 o'clock. A man accused of killing a woman with a stray bullet is expected in court. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin will share the charges he's facing.
And the search is on for a man accused in a deadly shooting early yesterday morning in Bloomfield. What police say you should be on the lookout for.
And what we're learning this morning about an elementary school teacher who was killed in a head-on crash over the weekend.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here for the Fox 61 Morning News at 6 America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. We hope your Tuesday's off to a good start. And we're starting with the forecast. Meteorologist Matt Scott joins us now. Matt, felt a little colder, but still clearly not below freezing at this point.
Yeah, it's still fairly mild out there. Temperatures are definitely taking a hit over the next couple of days. Good morning to you. Nice to have you along on this Tuesday at 6:01. Here's what you need to know before you go. A quiet, cool stretch of weather over the next couple of days. Not a real bunch of problems to deal with. Clouds, some limited sunshine for today. And in the 7-day, we are just about weather-free until the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up. Satellite radar picture is largely quiet. Got a northwesterly wind that's keeping the chill on. A little bit of snow, a couple of snow showers moving out of the Boston Metroplex out to the harbor. As you can see, off towards the west, a little action over Chicago, stretching through Indiana, Illinois. That's going to track to the south of us, not play into our forecast. 39 degrees is not bad for Hartford right now. Same temp in New Haven, 36 in Groton. Everybody above freezing right now. On the way up, though, only to the low 40s. What happened to the heat? Not that we had a lot of it yesterday, but it was certainly a bit warmer. Won't be like that again for a couple of days. We'll talk about the coolish temperatures for the week that's coming up in a few moments. I'll tell you what's not cool, if you're like me in my car this morning, your seat warmers. The bun warmers are turned on this morning for a few people. Yes.
I had a little bit of frost on my windshield this morning.
Just a touch, yeah.
Just a touch. I was a little bit surprised to see that out there this morning, but that's all right. So just be mindful of that. You may have to start your cars early this morning before you head out the door. All right, it is 6:02 right now, and we are looking at mostly quiet conditions across the board here, but we do have one area that's seeing some heavy delays, and this is due to a two-vehicle crash on the southbound side of 95 over in New Haven near exits about 46 and 47. So delays are starting to build in the area that is blocking the right lane. So New Haven to Bridgeport, it's about a half-hour drive where traffic speeds are averaging just around 43 miles per hour. A live look outside over in Waterbury, Route 8, both directions this morning. We do have some road work that is out there on Route 8, and then also heading towards exit 20 on 84 to get you onto 84 east and westbound. So some minor delays there because of that. So we'll look at those drive times where you're looking at just about a 2 to 3 minute delay from Waterbury exit 18 to 25 on that eastbound side of 84. Tim and Erica.
Rachel, thanks. All right, 6:03 right now, and the man accused of killing a Waterbury woman during a shooting last year is heading to court today.
Yeah, police said he was actually firing shots at a different target when one of the bullets went through the victim's home and hit her. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live outside the Waterbury courthouse with more. Brooke, good morning.
Good morning to you. Jasper Green is going to face a judge in this case for the very first time today. That's for murder charges. Police say that he has prior convictions and he should have never even had a gun in the first place. Investigators say Green was with at least 2 other people when this happened on Orange Street back in April of 2022. The group was shooting at a car belonging to a man who got into an argument with one of the other shooters. Police say none of the shots hit that target. Police tell us 56-year-old Mabel Martinez Anton Giorgi was in her arts and crafts room in her home when a bullet came through her window, hitting her in the head. They say another man down the street was accidentally shot and injured as well. Green was arrested in September, 17 months after the shooting. He was already locked up on charges stemming from a separate gun case. He is the second person to be charged in this shooting. Franklin Robinson was sentenced to 90 years in prison earlier this year. Family members of the victim say she died doing what she loved.
It is in tragic irony that she lost her life in the place that she felt so secure. She loved to make arts and crafts. She lost her life while working on one of those projects.
And again, Green will be arraigned later this morning. We will, of course, be in that courtroom, and we will have more on that later today. Live in Waterbury, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much. Oh, right now, police are still searching for a suspect connected to a deadly shooting in Bloomfield.
Yeah, the whole ordeal started just before 9 o'clock yesterday morning. Officers closed off a section of Bloomfield Avenue near Cottage Grove Road for hours to investigate. Now, they said 31-year-old Timothy Ross was shot multiple times, and he later died at a hospital. At this point, police haven't said all that much about the suspect, other than that he's a man who's probably still armed and dangerous.
Now, police believe the suspect is driving a smaller white-colored SUV with South Carolina license plates, JDD 955. Fox 61 speaking with a neighbor about the situation and what it means for his family.
That's pretty scary, to be honest, because like I said, this town is a pretty safe town. You know, I don't hear this kind of stuff every day. And I have family, and my family's always visiting, so I'm a little concerned now, you know.
Investigators are asking if anyone has any video or information about the shooting to please reach out to them. And happening today, a Connecticut man charged in connection with the deadly January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol is heading to trial. Authorities released pictures showing Richard Crosby Jr. of Harwinton standing inside the Senate chambers alongside the man who referred to himself as the QAnon shaman. Crosby has pleaded not guilty to obstruction of Congress as well as disorderly conduct in a restricted building. If he is convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison.
We now know a woman who was killed in a wrong-way crash in Massachusetts was an elementary school teacher in Putnam. 35-year-old Kayla Morey was a fourth-grade teacher at Putnam Elementary. Now, she was killed on I-395 in Webster, Mass. Over the weekend. Calling hours for Morey will be Thursday and Friday in Putnam. The superintendent of Putnam Schools released a statement saying, quote, Miss Morey was a gifted and talented teacher who cared for her who deeply cared for her students. As for the crash, Massachusetts State Police said the person who was driving the car that hit her also died. They identified him as Jordan Pimentel of Auburn, Massachusetts. There were no passengers in either of the cars. State troopers said they're still trying to figure out why Pimentel was driving the wrong way in the first place. Well, it took firefighters nearly 2 hours to put out a house fire in Ansonia yesterday. The fire department did send these pictures. You can see, look at that, a whole lot of fire inside and a fair amount of smoke coming out from the attic, it looks like there. As of this morning, we still don't know exactly what sparked the fire or if anyone was hurt.
Today, community leaders are expected to announce more options for parents when it comes to child care in the capital city. It's called the Early Learning Campaign. It's meant to help give a guide to parents on finding child care options that are right for their family. Officials are expected to give more details on the effort at 11 this morning at Hartford City Hall. And we all know that finding the right child care options can be extremely difficult, especially with so many centers dealing with staffing shortages. Ahead at 6:30, we're going to share what the state is doing to try and fix that and also train workers fast while keeping quality of care.
Well, today, lawmakers will renew a call for the state to create what they're calling one fair minimum wage for all employees. State Senator Julie Kushner is calling for lawmakers to remove the so-called sub-minimum wage or tip credit provision. That's what allows hospitality workers like servers to earn between $6 to $8 an hour, so long as their tips make up the difference to get them up to the current minimum wage. Kushner is expected to share more about the proposal this morning at the Legislative Office building in Hartford.